Welcome everyone
Right.
to Star Trek Online. I am your host, the Housecoat Gamer. Today I'm going to be launching a little wish list of, things that should be changed. First off, let's start with their fighter. Let's start with Smallcraft.
Indeed. Greetings everyone. I'm Takeshi Yamato. I'm mainly going to be watching, but I might throw in some of my own commentary.
Anyway, I do get some of it. Shuttlecraft suck. This is a known fact. Shuttles suck. However, that suckage
In STO,
that suckage really starts to hurt only works at the lower levels. When you're
yeah.
lieutenant commander, it's tolerable. But when you want to play something like, I don't know, Atmosphere Assault or the Vault shuttle mission, it becomes exceptionally tedious and annoying. To the point where nobody wants to do them. So, a recommendation: get all these ships at least up to the Tier 2 standard. Sure, add a lot of restrictions, but make these things at least usable.
Yeah. Up the hull a little bit. Give them some more give them some more bridge officer ability slots. Give them a third weapon.
Hell, just make them akin to their fighter pet counterparts. Wouldn't be difficult.
Yeah, that definitely work. Just basically give if you have an instance of the fighter pet, you have an option to say, okay, you have the small craft, you have the fighter pet equivalent. You can use the fighter pet stats on your small craft.
Though, to be fair, that would have to be a complete revamp. Instead of going, oh, you have to have this to get this, just revamp them all.
Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we could even if you don't go you must have this to get these stats. Just give us some more BOF stations. Give us some more consoles.
This would be a
A
massive
third weapon.
quality of life increase. I would actually play more of these missions if the small craft weren't, garbage.
Yeah. And make no mistake, they are garbage.
They're admirably made at this point.
Yeah.
The next complaint: weapons cosmetics. Now, this is a relatively minor one, but it's something that should be brought up. Now, say you have the greatest build of all time, bar none. There's nothing better than it, but you'd really like all the weapons arrays to match the color. Instead of a multicolor disruptor beam array, it's a uniform color, just like the shows.
Yeah. That would be useful. I mean, add it as an extra visual slot.
No one would argue with this, because
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure there are some players with their super galaxy who are going, yeah, I like my super stats, but I'd also really like all my phasers to look just like they were in the show.
Yeah. Actually, I would say add 2 visual slots. Add 1 slot for energy weapons, and just stick any energy weapon in, and all the energy weapons would match that energy weapon in terms of beam color, in terms of color and such. And another slot for torpedoes.
I
Same thing.
I was going to get to that, because some torpedoes can't be upgraded. Some don't have a counterpart. As an example, maybe you want to use the Kelvin Timeline torpedo launcher, but you don't like the visual. Okay, perfectly understandable. But you can't change that out. Or, for example, here. Maybe you have your hands on a Herald ship. Maybe you want to have that awesome, smoky-looking transphasic torpedo, but you can't upgrade that. So you either screw yourself over for that, or
why not add it? Or that's what a torpedo cosmetic slot would be for. Just slot in the torpedo who's just take the torpedo whose graphics you want to use, slot that in, and all your torpedo weapons will gain that aesthetic. That's also useful in terms of. That's also useful if you want uniform torpedo design, torpedo cosmetics, but you have to use a specialty torpedo that is only 1 per ship.
which is very annoying for some, which I think is very annoying for some players. I certainly go, hey, why don't I have this? Why can't I have a nice uniform color layout? And it would certainly be useful for getting all those fancy weapons, all the weapons you want.
Yeah.
You could start using them again. Or the ones from the reputation system. The ones that you think are completely and utterly useless. That would put them to use, because some of those visuals are actually kind of cool.
Indeed.
This one is a serious one, and for good reason. It's a very simple one to fix, too. A Fleet Hanam, a Hanam, and Hefei. A Tier 6 version for both. It wouldn't be difficult to just go use the Hakona, or what's the name of that Tier 6 version?
Let me check real quick. Let's see. Google Chrome, new window, Star Trek Online, playable Starship, Star Trek Online, Wiki.
The Kara class. It wouldn't be that difficult to just go, oh, let's just separate the two and make them playable.
Yeah.
Just give one a different name.
Yeah.
Would not be difficult at all. Consoles might be a pain in the rear end. But you could also go, this is going to be the first Tier 6 ship without a console, and introduce a discount because of it. But they could still use the set piece bonus from the Hakona and the Kara.
Yeah.
Instead of, oh, let's de-dock something, and that happens, just summon the opposite ship as a support vehicle. There is precedent for this with numerous starships, all the Jem'Hadar ones, all the Alachi ones. There is precedent.
and the fleet support ability. That's another ship something.
It wouldn't be difficult. And it would give Romulan players more options. Because I'm pretty sure that the only science ship they have at this point is just the Romulan version of the Neb.
Yeah, the Leosa.
I mean,
Well,
sure, she's a cool boat.
technically, well, they do technically have another science ship available.
Oh yeah, the temporal science ship. I forgot about that one.
Well,
Mostly because I never use it.
I was also thinking. I was thinking more the multi-mission ones.
Oh yeah, those.
Yeah,
But it's not a
they're
lot of
Vesta
options,
equivalent.
not a lot of variety.
Yeah. Yeah, not a whole lot of variety compared to Starfleet, which has so many different ships in so many different varieties. The Romulans, and the Klingons for that matter, don't have as much. The Klingons are only slightly better because they have options for all their different vassals. The Gorn, the Orions, the Nausicaans, the Lethians, the Pharasans. There's one for me. More Pharosan ships. More Pharosan ships, more Caitian ships.
That might actually tie into Star Trek Starfleet Command. I have a wish list video for that.
Yeah.
Anyway, those are just some of the not so minor complaints. And they can be easily fixed. There is one, however, that is a complete and utter pain in the rear end. You want to know what that complete pain in the rear end is?
I do.
This is a very good showcase of them, and while it's not 100% accurate, it still applies. Remodulation needs to be fixed. Now, I get it. Built-in remodulation was a good idea in theory, and I understand. I do. I really do.
But
you were trying to be good, trying to be nice. Unfortunately, the latest mission just proved.
But you screwed up.
Okay, I'll let Take complain about that one.
You screwed up because projectile weapons. The Borg are not supposed to be able to adapt to those.
There are many lore reasons for this. However, in this case, it also mostly applies to the Mirror Borg. The Borg in this particular patrol aren't immune to anything. Though that's probably just to maintain the sanity of the player.
Yeah.
But, especially in the latest mission, not only does the whole thing disappear way too much, and only reappear when you need to remodulate instead of allowing you to remodulate every, 10 seconds? Or every 3 seconds? Whatever. It goes, oh, now you've remodulated. Goodbye, tooltip. You can't do it again until you have to remodulate again. And then there's the fact that kinetic energy weapons can't be remodulated with. I've tried. It's annoying. Now, I can understand giving the Mirror Borg a little extra kinetic energy weapons resistance. After all, look at that armor.
But not immunity. There's adding more. Yeah, there's adding more resistance, and there's adding more resistance, and then there's just making them flat out immune.
Now, I do understand you guys are overworked, and there's some of your staff is being laid off. If you can just explain that away as, we got too much work and not enough people, okay, I understand. But at least say it.
Yes, just let us know what the issue is. If we don't,
If we don't know, we can't understand. If we don't understand, we're just gonna hate you, period. And I don't want to hate you guys. I want to understand why it's
neither
happening.
do I. Yeah, I want to understand. We want to understand what's going on, so we can work with you.
We want to help. Tell us how to help.
Yes, we want to help. Tell us how to help.
Those are just the biggest complaints. There are lots of mini ones, but all of those are so minor and so very niche. Some are just forgotten, like the whole report to Battle Group Omega to get your assimilated officer.
Yeah.
I understand some artifacts that just weren't removed. That's understandable. Annoying, but you can hide
But
that
understandable.
in your mission thing, but it's understandable.
Yeah.
Still, some of these things are serious issues, and I hope soon that Cryptic will resolve them.
Or at least give us an explanation as to why there are still problems.
Blame it on old code. Blame it on not having enough people. Give us a good reason. Please. While these are criticisms, it's not outright hate. It's just... we want to help.
Yeah. We want to help, and we love this game. We love Star Trek. And this is a good Star Trek game. We like it. We love it. We want to see it thrive, and it has thrived for 13, 14 years.
That said, there is something that needs to be done. Then there's no longer an excuse, and this is a legit complaint. Where the hell is my Tier 6 Stellie? We might as well end with that. You've done the rest. Finish the job.
You've given us Tier 6 starships for every Starfleet starship design, including the STD boats, and props for that. You took the Discovery boats, which the main issue with the Starfleet Discovery boats was they were just too advanced for the time, and you came up with designs that were more advanced, but they fit the 25th century. Kudos to you for doing that. Now, you have one design left. You have one ship class left. You have one ship class left to give the T6 treatment.
Finish the job. Hell, one fan's already done it for you. He's made a kit bash of the Andromeda and an Andromeda and a I'm not sure what to call it. A Cheyenne, a Super Cheyenne X with a mirror universe coloration. He's already done some of the work for you. You could just look at that and go, hey, let's copy the homework. No one would complain. In fact, I'm pretty sure that guy who did it would probably go, "Hey, that's my ship." They must have thought it was pretty good.
Yeah. And if CBS complains about it, screw them.
Okay, not to that level. Just go, "Hi, we did our best, but this guy did it better." Just
Yeah. Yeah. We did our best. This guy did it better. Can we use it?
oh, it earns money? Good. It's in. That one has no excuse. Finish the freaking job.
Yeah, finish the freaking job. Don't just keep giving us new ships. Finish giving us. I finished working on the old ones, and honestly, let me tack onto that. Just ships that we need. We need the T6 Stellie. We need a legendary Nagfar.
We need to finish the whole T6ing the rest of the ships from the Klingons, the Orion, Nausicaan, blah blah blah, all those ships.
Yeah.
I made one suggestion: just tack them all on to the Blackguard as new skins.
Yeah.
And in my wishlist vid, I said, could Norg. Not difficult. Annoying, but not difficult.
Yeah. But yeah, just finish.
Those are the big ones.
Yeah, and we're finishing with probably the biggest one of all. Finish what you've started.
You started T6ing the rest. You started T6ing every single starship, from the NX to the Audi. You missed the Constellation and the Cheyenne.
Finish the job. Please.
We want to play with our Stellies. We want to play with our Cheyennes. We want to know what a 25th century version of the Cheyenne looks like. We already have a general idea thanks to that fan over at Sketchfab who created a version of the boat. But we want to know your take on it.
Yeah, even if you just go the Picard route and use the ship that they had as the Stargazer in like season 2 or whatever.
That's actually a lot bigger, unfortunately.
Ah, gotcha.
Still,
but
finish the job.
Please.
You'll make a lot of people happy. You'll make money. Money, happy.
Yeah, you'll make a lot of people very happy, which will earn you money, which will make you happy, which will go into making a better, which will go into further improving the game.
After all,
please,
we love the game.
Yeah,
but there
we
are
love
things
the
we
game.
Want. And one of those is this.
Yeah. And we probably should end this vid before we go too far off the rails.
I think that's too late, but Take has a point. But kindly listen. We're not doing this to just complain. These are legit issues. We'd like them. And we'd like to see this game go on for another 20 years or so. Because it's just that good.
Yeah.
Bye-bye. And now I have to deal with